Hello, YouTube. This is the Christian Trucker coming at you again. I got it on that page right there in front of you, our Facebook pages. Y'all come check them out. And I try to put a little bit more stuff up there. It's a little bit quicker for me to do that than it is to do the videos on YouTube right now. So, you know, if you want to keep up with us a little bit more, what we got going on, y'all check out the Facebook pages. And other than that, I'm going to be trying to make the videos when I can, you know, kind of update you how I'm proceeding until I can slack off a little bit. But right now, I'm doing everything I can. And let me tell you, it's hard putting loads together, especially when you got a string of loads and one of them falls through and you got to go back to the drawing board and go in a different direction. It's been a rough week, but I think it's going to come out and end up being a good week. We'll see. I'll do a video to catch y'all up on this week's proceedings, hopefully before the weekend's out. But right now I'm gonna do this video. It's been a little while since I did one of my story videos. So I was riding tonight and I was thinking about this episode in my life that I wanted to share with y'all. It does involve trucking and CB radios and a bad temper. So here we go. Without further ado, my story. I forget what episode this is, but y'all sit back and enjoy. Now, there was a time in my life whenever one of my hauls, we had lost our contract. And so I was out looking for another trucking job. Well, I decided, brilliant myself, to go and try to haul logs. Well, this company I was going to go haul logs for, they had chip trucks also. And they had a bunch of log trucks and they had a bunch of chip trucks. Well, the guy that they put in the truck to, you know, you had to ride with somebody for a few days so they could show you the ropes, show you what to do because of safety. And the guy they put me with had just got out of prison not even a year ago. And he wasn't a big guy. I mean, he kind of reminded me of Popeye. You know, he was kind of small, but you could tell he was tough and he's been around a lot. So we get in the truck and we're riding around, and I think day 2, he starts telling me this story of how he got put in prison. He was a chip truck driver at that time. And there was another guy, a big guy, that was in another chip truck for a different company. And he would always harass this little guy over the CB radio, talking about the things that he was doing for his boss to get the good hauls and being real vulgar and nasty to this little guy. Well, he got doggone fed up with it. And what he did was one day they had both got to the chip mill, and this big guy was in front of this little guy. His truck was, you know, and the little feller, he got out of his truck and he got his shovel, because you know, on a chip truck, a lot of guys carry shovels to level out the chips so they can get their tarps over the top of the load. He grabs his shovel and he walks towards the big guy's truck. And the big guy jumps out of his truck, gonna be all big and bad and everything, and well, before he could realize what happened, the little feller had took that shovel and rapped that dude in the head and kept rapping him in the head, almost killed him, knocked his eye out of his socket, put him in the hospital for quite a while, all over CB hijinks. They were talking junk. Mainly the big guy was talking junk and the little guy just got tired of it. But he knew he couldn't take him head on in a physical confrontation, so he had to take that equalizer. Well, he equalized it and got himself put in prison. I forgot for how long. And got the other guy put in jail, hospital. Y'all, your smart mouths, your crap talking, that's all part of trucking, but you can take it too far. There comes a point when you bully a man, that man's going to jump down out of his truck, grab a shovel, and knock your eyeball out of its socket. That's the moral of the story. You have to know when to stop. And as a Christian, I don't really do the trash talk anymore. I don't really do any of that mess. I just try to do my job and provide for my family. You know, that's the way I see my life. I don't care who's out there working harder or working more, or who's making more money. As long as I can get out there and do my best, that's the way I try to live my life. yes, I do find what some people do hilarious. But I try not to throw it in their face whenever they screw up. Because Lord knows I screw up. I screwed up this week, and it has cost me a day or two at home because I'm going to have to put everything else back together. But I'm going to try to change all that around. But to you log haulers out there, I really feel for you. So, all right, I got out of the training truck and I got in my own truck. On my first day out on my own, I get to the job site, man, and it's back off in the woods. This one really wasn't that bad. It wasn't up and down hills and stuff. It was just kind of a back straight in. And what do? I jump out of the truck and I lose a boot right in the mud, right there on my first load in front of everybody, man. It was hilarious. I wasn't real happy about it at the time, but now that I look back, it was kind of hilarious. It was, it's those new job blues, but I promise you, I only made it 2 weeks. If 2 weeks. My wife said that was as miserable as I have been since we've been married. I did not like hauling logs. I did not like to have to wear all the safety equipment. I did not like to have to go in and out of the woods with 80,000 pounds up and down these narrow, wiggly, windy roads and take a chance on tipping the truck over. I didn't like being pushed out by skidders. Look, y'all see these log trucks on the road? Yeah, they get in the way because they're usually overgrown and they're usually really heavy and driving slow. But let me tell you, 95% of them guys, they work hard for their dollar. They get paid usually for each load, and they're trying to get multiple loads a day in and out of these godforsaken woods and these godforsaken little logging trails. So y'all give them a little room, I tell you, because that's one job that I'm not going to do unless I'm starving to death. I'm done with log hollering. I don't like talking on the CB because I can't hardly make out what's being said. It ain't really that I've got nothing against the CB except for some of the things that people say on the CB. I could do without some of that because some people are just gross. I don't care who they've been with all weekend or what they're doing this weekend and all that mess on the radio. It just ain't my thing. Y'all may like it, that's fine. But my main thing is I cannot really pull that conversation down. I don't know if there's a different tone or something that I'm not picking up in my hearing, but it just don't work well for me. So, I've never been a CB radio fan. However, I am planning on getting me another one before too long. Once I get over these big hit from all the repair bills and all that mess. I ain't gonna make no rush in it to try to get it all done. But yeah, that was the story, You have to be careful with your trash talking and your opinions. I just wanted to give y'all this little story, and now I'm going to say good night and see you later. God bless, and I'll catch you on the next ride.